I'm gonna hate to have to block my baby, but I'm about to. It's either that or I don't know what to say. I honestly don't. I hate to say it. This is why I be blocking my kids. Because I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over. Not gonna do it. I have a question for y'all. I love you too, sis. How many things that we have talked about over here have not come true? Even down to the mystical beings. The medicines. Okay. So if I ask you to use certain techniques that you have learned here, why do I still have people asking me questions that they can answer themselves? Why? I literally just showed y'all a video of them saying they are going to be able to monitor our phones, and it's what is it going to take? And I'm over it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not trying to be funny, but there are certain things that I should not have to say, and we are in a time. I can see if I've been BSing y'all this whole time. I'm not spoon feeding any more information. I have proved to the fact that the things that I am telling you is real. And if you do not want to use the techniques that God is giving you, you are screwing your freaking family. Do y'all get that? Everything is not going to be spelled out to you in this moment. I promise you it's not. And if it is, it could put other people in danger. Do you get it? You need to be on your tip-top shape, on your thinking before you type, spell, tell a location, anything. People are being hunted. People are being tracked. People are being unalived in the street. People's whole livelihoods is being cut off, and you still want to walk around. No. No. It is time to wake the hell up. You are not children. Nobody gonna repeat theyself. And if you don't know where to go, I don't give a whole fertilizer. I'm telling you I don't. I'm not putting myself in danger for folks that don't want to listen. Split-second decisions is going to be real right now. And if you think that people going to keep repeating themselves to you and you grown, we not. If God tell us somewhere to go and you want to keep playing and acting like that don't got nothing to do with me. Timelines are real. You don't always get a second chance. Check the lady up in Minneapolis. You better understand what is happening right now. Wake up. Wake up. Ain't nobody walking you through nothing. That's why I roll my eyes so hard, baby. I've been telling y'all. I don't got it in me. I don't want to. I need to be trying to figure out a plan. I'm not about to keep saying the same thing over to grown folks. When you have seen every single thing that we have talked about here come to pass in the last 4 years, I don't know what else you need. When I was telling people to tell their kids to learn to be quiet in the closet and all of this, folks got an attitude. Now they about to be going door to door. What will it take for you to listen? The first time, and just because you know, you don't say now that they about to be tracking everybody's phone. Baby, listen, I don't know. They listening to every conversation on every device we got, baby, and y'all just still want to just be just willy-nilly. That's why I be by myself. That's why I be by myself. You need to make your own decision on whether you're serious about what's going on or not. Because it don't matter if you're serious about it, it's serious about you. It's serious about your kids. It's serious about your mama, your granddaddy, your cousin, and everything else. This can be a game to you. Y'all see how many people then came back and was like, well, I used to be here and now I'm back and I wish I wouldn't have. We talked about this in the beginning, the first 3.5 months. I told y'all the exact words people was going to say. I told y'all they was going to hide me from y'all. They've been doing it. They was going to start blocking me for different things because what I am telling you in 22 and 23 is about to be everybody's life around the world by the time these couple years come. And guess what it is? Because my daddy don't lie to me. If you don't know if you're serious about this, when I said you might not be able to use your cell phone in the house, and so you're going to need another device that you could use so you can talk low and say, okay, people laughed at me. But it might not be safe to use your cell phone even in your home. What else do you need? I can see if everything that we talked in here was BS. It's not. We are living in perilous times. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's your everything on the line right now. Everybody's around the world. CERCA, I snapped on my younger kids about this very thing last night. I deactivated my social media and then asked them not to let no one know. And someone who couldn't get to me reached out to the kids. Listen. I fussed at them. I need y'all to listen to me the first time. Come on. Girl. And that's why I said I'm not about to be telling no girl nothing. I'm not. My kids included. I had some words with my kids yesterday. I said, look, it's looking like travel ain't going to be a thing. So you'll need to have your stuff ready. And we talked about this in the beginning of this. You might not be able to get to your whoever. And now, if they put in roadblocks in Venezuela, what you think coming over here? If they put in roadblocks in these, I mean, what do you think is happening in Sudan and all of these places? Just because you don't want to know and you don't want to care about it, that don't have nothing to do with us. I'm gonna say that don't have nothing to do with me, because it's a lot of folks. Listen. I did my part. I don't care what nobody say. You can like it or not like it. I did my part, because every single time I turn on my cellular device, I am reminded of one of the 1,700 classes that we have had here, the assignments that we have had, the things that God has had. It's mind blowing to me. But again, we talk about the people that just want to willy nilly. Those are always the people that put people in jeopardy. And as you can see, you said the second was said it was coming like you said yesterday. Door to door. Okay. This part. Teaching your children to crawl, getting the sign language stuff out, the ASL, so that you can communicate without speech, teaching them what your eyes mean. If that means stop, go slow, get down and crawl, don't move. Oh yeah, that's all about to be real valuable right now. Not answering the door, not being where you're not supposed to be, being exactly where you say, oh, all of that's about to be right now, today, right now. Talking about teenagers, remember we had a conversation about if a disaster or something happens, who's picking up who from school? Make sure that they're on the list to go get them. Know the back roads. Don't take the highway. Have maps and something just in case you have to sleep in your car for 2 or 3 days. You need to have some type of the 72-hour little blocks that they can bite off of. Maybe a water straw, some water. We talked about all of this because we don't know what is getting ready to happen. Talked about having emergency kits. Stop bleed. Or bleed stop, or whatever that's, all of that. It is not for nothing. It's not for nothing. You just time out for playing games and oh, if it happened. If you are if it happened person, please exit. Don't be over. Not to mention we might be seeing interdimensional beings like y'all playing. I need to know what's going on around. This man just cut off everybody in the state of Minnesota food stamps, and y'all still want to be playing around and thinking you got 10 times for somebody to tell you something you don't. Because we talked about they gonna cut it and they're not gonna care, and that's just gonna be it, and you're gonna have to figure it out. And that's exactly what happened. They played with it and let y'all know in November, and then boom, January, it's a real thing. Oh, okay. I just want to see if people can see what I be seeing, because I be seeing. I said they're just making sure it's gonna work, and they want to know how people are gonna freak out and what people are gonna do. Go get your stuff. Did we talk about it? Did we? I said they don't believe, as my grandma used to say, fat meat greasy, but they about to find out right now. It is time out for playing. Come on. Come on. Oh, they hit them too? Oh, okay. Oh, so it's 2 more of them. Interesting. Listen, well then, I mean, you gotta go recop it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. You gotta go get what they took, honey. You said I started preparing a few years ago. That's why I told you I quit letting people in your house. Nobody listened. A lot of people didn't listen to that either. I don't know what to tell you. I did my part. I did my part. I did it. And I'm not saying I'm not going to continue. But, okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It came up missing, so I don't know what to listen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't have nothing to say about that. You said I started preparing a few years ago when I came across your class. You said everything I feel, the unction, I hit up a store every time I feel. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to say. And this might sound ugly, y'all, but I understand. Like, listen, you are going to have to be on top of your stuff. Directions and instructions have been going out for 4 years, and they might not have seemed valuable at the time, but hopefully, and this is what we talked about, a lot of what we talked about is for now and later. You have to hear it now so you can prepare your mind now and move and get the things, so when later is here, you will understand what is happening. I said, if God is taking people away from you, it's for a reason. If He's telling you don't let such and such in your house and don't say such and such, I said, I know it's going to feel crazy at first and it do get a little lonely, but baby, in a minute, you're going to be happy that He did. And looky. I don't want nobody around me that I cannot trust. Not one soul. You'll be the person that go find the people because you mad, or you'll be the person that try to come up in here and debo me out my stuff that you didn't even want to hear about. Whole time intending to run off on the plug. No, thank you. No. Because if you did it when life was good, to me, what you gonna do when the world is falling apart? No. They about to play on your heartstrings too. You better ask God to strengthen your mind and ask for wisdom on what to do, when to do, who and where and why and all of that, because all of that's going to be very valuable right now. You said exactly. I say that every day, understanding why this last person was removed, because they would tell people my inventory in the past. Did we talk about it? We did. All of it. And it's happening. Everything. It's mind-blowing to me. You said I have to move my brother, and my niece was just talking about my stash of food. Come in, Dad. Yep. So the program is going exactly like you told us. No, they moved exactly to all the spaces on the board that you told us they would be. No, everybody. The ugly stuff you told us to talk about, yeah, all of it's happening with the families and everything. Nope, exactly what you said. No, yes, they're telling us they're gonna come where we are, even though they've been turning up and didn't want their vibes ruined. But yeah, now everybody is here. Right. You told us they was gonna do that. Word for word, Tasia. word for word. And the crazy thing is, these videos is about to go away. A lot of them. And so while the information was available, people was like, I don't want to hear it. Well, now you might not even be able to find it. And I sacrificed no crab boils, no vacations, no wigs. I sacrificed auntie. Heck, interesting that you just think I'm supposed to. Okay. Could you imagine what it was like the first 48 hours it started to rain? That part, Auntie Trina. What do you think the world was looking like as the raindrops and the rivers and the grass started to not right? Which how you think people was talking to people? If they saw a nigga building a boat and he was almost done, what you think they were trying to do? And they didn't have nothing. Tell me. You think they cared that it was their cousin from their mama? You think that they cared that it was their husband's sister? Hey. You think they cared that it was their auntie or their uncle? Their grandfather even? Do you think that they cared? They didn't. Because self-preservation kicked in, did it not? You said, I was told I have enough to share. What would Jesus do? You said, I was sick, not slow, get gone. This part. They wouldn't have cared even if it was their own children. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Son of the Most High. Yes. They probably did not know what a boat was. No, they knew what boats were, Pumpkin. Selena, tell them your things spoiled and you had to throw it out, then move it. I wouldn't lie. Don't lie. Because then she put out there that her stuff's spoiled. You don't want to do that. We need that stuff to stay. Gotta tell her what to say. Really, she don't owe him nothing. Listen. Who thinks that you have to be moving differently now in every area? Which means watching what you say on your phone. Watching what conversations you have around when there's devices around. I don't care if it's your TV. If you got cameras in every room, be mindful that they can look at you through your cameras. And listen, they can tap into any device you got in your house. You said, I barely cook, so people have the impression I might not be doing so well. I don't correct them. Come on, Lauren. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You said it. That part. Oh, well, she doesn't even have enough. Exactly. This, sis. This. That's the one thing I've been hearing. Stop explaining things to people. I don't got nothing else to say. This part, Auntie. I don't got nothing else to say. I don't got nothing else to say. I mean, especially the certain situation. Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's why I said I'm not about to keep repeating myself. In a way, I'm kind of happy God is hiding us on certain spaces in real life. He just keep moving us around like we like internet vagabonds or something. You know what I'm saying? We nomads in this piece. We done been in 4 years. Yeah, he done moved us around. And every time it get less and less people, I say, well, Lord, you're thinning the herd. Look at you. He said, I've been telling them for 3 years. I don't have nothing else to say either. My neighbor called me the crazy lady, the crazy cat lady today. Right, that means I ain't gonna be over here messing with me. They sure will. Internet nomads, Nisi Poo. Don't you feel like it? Y'all don't feel like we be internet nomads? It was 3 TikToks, then it was 2 TikToks, then it was 1 TikTok, then it was a TikTok and an Instagram. Then we had TikTok, Instagram, and Zoom. Then we got rid of Zoom because they started talking about the crazy stuff. So we got rid of it. Baby, we didn't been everywhere. He said, I've said something plenty of times now. It's like, get with it or get lost. Listen, God put me in the right job. I work at a camping store, so I'm getting ready this part, body armor. Just write the protection of God next time. Okay? Again, certain things you're not going to be able to type. Okay? That kind of stuff is going to bring AI to where we at. I'm trying to tell you. That's why we use the language we use. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. You said there's been a major shift. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And why people are still playing crazy, I don't know. I don't know.
That can monitor phones in entire neighborhoods. Citizens and non-citizens alike need to know about it, and they can try.
How often did we talk about citizens and non-citizens? Did we talk about the word citizen a lot in the last 4 years? I'm for real. Did we? If you were going to be a citizen, we talked about be, right. And do you hear the word citizen and non-citizen a lot now? Do you? You hear a lot about citizenship. At least. Oh, okay. Oh, no, we talked about it more than that, T. Because I talked to y'all about you won't be able to participate in the global society if you are not a global citizen. We talk about that a lot. You won't. The reason that you won't be able to buy or sell is because you won't be a global citizen. And now, pretty much everything we hear on the internet about having your paper, they didn't start giving the people the papers to travel like in 2020. The people that deliver our mail. That's mind blowing. They know something is up, but let's listen to this.
The United States has just bombed Syria, and if you're keeping score, the United States invades Venezuela, Russia invades Ukraine, the North Koreans shoot rockets into the ocean, the RAF bombs Syria, and Iran is on the verge of collapse, while Mexico, Canada, Colombia, and other countries have been threatened with invasions by the United States, in addition to Greenland. And I don't know how to explain this any slower to all of you again, but we are in World War III. The world is quite literally at war, and at some point, they will intersect, and this will be horrific. I am former NLB agent Joshua Kuznick, and all of this to distract from the Epstein files.
You can't type pew pews, honey. They know that word. That's not a secret. You gotta use something else. Beam shooter, whatever. Bow and arrow, something. Not that. Did you hear what he said? I'm a former officer. He said, they're telling you it's coming and you don't even know we already in it. Did we talk about that? Did we? Huh? Did we talk about that it was going to be happening and people, they wasn't going to tell you until you was in it, that you was in it? People talking about when it started. He said, nigga, what you mean? What did you say? Is your eyes open? He said, I know I'm probably late, but I just watched Greenland and wow, this part, no. I haven't seen the second one. You said if they saying it is too late. Okay. Okay. Are you seeing? I'm gonna let you hear that again because it's important. And this was 2 days ago.
The United States
21
has
hours
just
ago.
bombed Syria, and if you're keeping score, the United States invades Venezuela, Russia invades Ukraine, the North Koreans shoot rockets into the ocean, the RAF bombs Syria, and Iran is on the verge of collapse, while Mexico, Canada, Colombia, and other countries have been threatened with invasions by the United States, in addition to Greenland. And I don't know how to explain this any slower to all of you again, but we are in World War III. The world is quite literally out.
You said, I just went to see the second one last night. It was intense for real. That's why Dad tells us before. It is true. So let me ask you a question. If we are in WW3, what space are we in Revelations or Daniel? Now, who remembers the class that we just had the other day? And I said, it's amazing that the Euphrates is in the Omega sign, which means the end. And it dried up right in time for these events that are happening right now. People told us we was not telling the truth when we said that the one world leader was revealed over in March, but it's sure feeling like April, end of March of 2022 might have begun our 3.5 year or been into the, we don't know. But if we are already right now on this day already in World War III, then where are we in prophecy? Remembers us talking about a lot of the benefits are going to go away because they're going to be feeding and using them for the army. I remember us talking about that. You said heading towards Ezekiel 38? Okay. Mm-hmm. If you have not made it up in your mind that you are willing to lose your life to save your soul, that is a conversation you need to be having with yourself right now. Huh? If you are not ready to give up the breath and blood in your body in order to save your soul, that's gonna be a conversation you need to have with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, write it down, because it's coming very shortly. I don't know if you know, but most of the people that are being tormented around the world are some type of religious person. No matter the like organization or the religion, the people that are being mass unalived are different religions of all sorts. Don't forget that. I'll be right back. And I know y'all think this is crazy, but if we're already in World War III, what if October 7th of 20 and 23 or 2024 started? If you haven't learned how to make soap, you need to. If you haven't learned how to make bread, good morning, Joy, you need to. And I'm talking about out of very small ingredients, even if it's bread you don't think you will like, and nutritional bread at that. Bread that has some nutrition to it. You need to learn how to make a type of deodorant, just in case. So I don't care if you gotta dry some lemons, because I know lemon works on the pits. and different things, because animals, as this happens, they gonna start to come out into, because it's not just gonna be people. God has already told us that. It's going to be animals. It's going to be beings from other dimensions. There are going to be things that have been hidden in the earth. And men are going to be fighting. All of these things were going on right before the flood, were they not? There were beings that were coming up. And remember, because after the flood, okay, you said chlorophyll is good for the deodorant. Okay, well, folks can go look. I'm not about to give a list. They know where to go. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you need to, wherever, if they don't want to go look for the information, I'm giving out what I think you should go make and do. How you do it, what you use is on you. But you need to get things that, find a natural toothpaste, how to make it yourself, because these things are going to be less and less on the store shelves. Or if you don't plan on doing certain things, you won't have access to it. So while you do, okay, while you do your daily necessities, you need to do this. And the cheapest version of it. Do you hear me? The bleach tablets we talked about, all of that stuff is going to be vital. You said, and don't forget your OTC stuff. They have lifted the limit on one item. Don't let that be the stuff if you just go get the benefits. This part, you said, what are some ways to introduce this conversation to family? I got 2 videos on YouTube. You could just kind of play it, not real loud, but send it to them. And then you don't have to say nothing. Just tell them, turn the video down, though, because she just go get the stuff that's on there. Ah! That way you ain't got to say nothing, because I was going off on people, because in 22, nobody believed what I was saying right now. Then they didn't think, a lot of folks didn't believe it. Well, just tell them, run through the videos. That way you don't have to introduce the conversation. You can say, look at this crazy lady. She on here cussing and stuff, but look at that. That's dehydrated food. We probably should get some of that. What you think? You can do it like that. Ugh. Put it on me. I'm fine. You can put it on me. That way it's easy for you. That way they don't got to call you crazy. I'm used to being called the crazy lady, so it don't bother me. I'll do it. Just play it, not real loud, and then, but look over me going off on people and saying stuff like, I was a different person. You said cussed me out and called me out of my name and totally disrespected me. Did I? T, don't bring up the past. I did that. Don't bring up the past. We have moved. Oh, your parents. I was about to say, if I don't remember doing that, but if we have move on, your parents did. Lori, listen. I had to make sure it wasn't me. Wait, did I? I was about to say, dang, I don't remember that. She said her parents did. Wow. Thank God it wasn't me. I thought it was me. I was about to say, oh wow, I don't remember that. Listen, I already know where you're going. Listen. Let it, girl, I don't be knowing. We didn't have a lot of days together. I don't remember all of them. So I'll be like, did I do that to you? Did I? No. You said it hurts tremendously, but I gotta tell myself I'm trained, not traumatized. TNT, I'm trying to tell you. Do some of y'all agree with that? You said I was about to say, Lord have mercy. Girl, me too. Me too. But I done been cussed out and hung up on. Girl. Listen. You said I'm comfortable over here. I've been bumping heads for years. This is my tribe. I love y'all. That part. You said I said never. You said I ain't never been so hurt in my life, but God got me. Girl. T, but did we talk about it? We talked, okay. Who is my mother and who is my brother? How many times we had that conversation, Pumpkin? Huh? Y'all thought I was mean when I said that, but you're seeing it. It's gonna be all right. I got something for you. I need everybody to listen to this. Everybody need to put their listening ears on, okay? Now, this ain't my material, but listen.
Everything that occurs in your life happens for a reason and for a season. Everything that happens to you may not be good to you, but some things are good for you. There are some relationships that you've had in the past that devastated you, but it was necessary for that to take place in order for God to get you where you are now. Now all God wants to do now is shift your mindset.
Hold on.
Everything that occurs in your life happens for a reason and for a season. Everything that happens to you may not be good to you, but some things are good for you. There are some relationships that you've had in the past that devastated you, but it was necessary for that to take place in order for God to get you where you are now. Now all God wants to do now is shift your mindset. Because instead of you looking at things as disappointments, as failures, God wants you to look at them as stepping stones. Everything that occurred, my hurts, my pain, all of that happened to get me here tonight so that God could take me to the next level. And tonight he wants me to learn how to appreciate where I've been. I got to appreciate. Preacher, you mean I got to appreciate that lie? Yes. You've got to appreciate that lie that was told on you that almost devastated you. The people that you thought were your friends that were in your vein, and you found out that they were really friendly enemies, and they hurt you, and some of you all are harboring old hurts that need to be out of you. You should never go into a new relationship with old baggage. I'm going to have some help up in the Holy Ghost. Too many people go from one relationship to the next, and they get into new relationship without healing from the old one. That old relationship took you through some emotional changes, and you thought that the way to get it out of your system was by getting into a new relationship. Wrong thing. What you need to do is take some time to appreciate yourself. Before you take excess baggage into your next relationship, you need some time to purge. You need some time to get some stuff out of you that was choking you in the last relationship. The last test, the last trial, the last thing you went through that almost made you backslide, that put you on the brink of spiritual devastation, when you felt like God wasn't studying about you, God didn't care, and the devil kept on telling you that God don't love you. If God loved you, you wouldn't be going through what you're going through. You ain't anointed, because if you wasn't anointed, ain't no way in this world an anointed person should have to deal with what you're dealing with. You God talking about you got all that anointing and what God did for you, and every time you testify, the devil hits you with something else that ought to tell you that God ain't studying about you. That's a lie. What God is doing is taking you through so you can get to. And what you're concentrating on is what you're going through. And you got to take your eyes off of what you're going through and focus on what you're going to. Because if God didn't allow this to happen, then I wouldn't know what I could stand. But since God has allowed this to happen to me, God must have a purpose for it. And whatever the purpose is, even if I don't understand it, I'm going to learn how to praise God in spite of how I feel. Because if I can only praise him when I feel good, I don't think much of your praise. Sometimes you gotta praise God when the odds say ain't no need of praising him. But the devil is a lie. The more I praise God, the more I approve of God. And the more I approve of God, the more God's gonna bless me. You thought I was something last year, but the devil is a lie. This year, God's getting ready to take me to a whole nother level. How have I got some help in this house? You better touch somebody.
Huh? Okay. Because guess what? Hey Pumpkin, you started out 2026 ahead of the game, did you not? Raise your hand if you feel like you started out 2026 ahead of the game. And not just in one way. In several ways. Who felt crazy when God told us to learn to live with less? Spiritually, mentally, and physically. Come on. Did you question that at first? You need to learn to live with less? Be honest. You did. You did. When God told us you need to learn how to live with less, a simpler life. Simplify your life. You probably was like, what? He made you understand the why. I get it. But how did you feel about it at first? Start doing your own hair. Start doing your own nails. Stop spinning. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Stop. Hold on. Look at where we are right now. There are millions and millions and billions of people that did not learn to live with less even after 2020. They did not learn how to stay in their home and keep themselves busy in their home, at their apartment, wherever you at. Y'all about to see cabin fever. Okay?
They will intersect, and this will be horrific. I am former NLB agent Joshua Kuznick, and all of this to distract from the Epstein files. One genocidal maniac in control of all the nukes with a bunch of war profiteers who will not tell him no, just like Eisenhower warned all of us.
Okay. It's one more video.
A security guard that was protecting Maduro has spoken, and you got to hear what he's said. It's in Spanish, but I'll translate. Also, Trump announced that, the cartels, they're going after him in Mexico. The whole vibe of Latin America has changed because of what happened in Venezuela. And now that we're getting first-hand accounts from people that were there, the soldier says they didn't hear him coming. He says the Americans had technology superior to anything they've ever seen. Everything that they were using for radar, for anything, was completely taken offline. They had drones, and the drones were taking out bases and taking out things faster. They have no technology. They've never had to fight against drones. He also talks about that there was only 8 helicopters. There was only 20 men that were sent in, and those 20 men killed hundreds of their men, and none of those soldiers were injured. He talks about it felt like they were firing 300 rounds a minute. Nothing they've ever seen, nothing that they can compete with. And then he also talks to the fact that the Americans had some kind of sonic shock boom that was sent out, and everybody immediately started bleeding profusely out of their nose. They couldn't even gather themselves because whatever was sent at them made them fall to their knees and vomit blood out of their mouth and out of their noses. They were incapacitated immediately. He says he never wants to go through that again. Doesn't want to have to fight with the Americans again. He's sending warnings to everybody out there that you think you can fight the Americans. You don't even know what their weaponry is like and what they're capable of. 20 men took out hundreds, and that's starting to spread all through Latin America. And now they're not saying, if you want me, come and get me anymore. They're like, oh shit. Especially.
And people still think this is a game. They still think this is not happening. They still think that they got time. And you got pastors that are in the church, sis, telling people we is not in the tribulation because the church still here, baby. Huh? They about to start. Okay. Well, I hope y'all see what I see, and I hope your ears heard what I heard. Because that's crazy. Listen. Now, y'all heard what the man said before that about these people going with these people and these people going with these people and these people about to get this and this and this and this and this. And that's why whenever we would pull this red book right here out, y'all can see it. It's on different screens, so it's at a different place. But this book right here, this one, and then over here is right here. This book right here. Yep, that one. Right there. Every single time, if y'all notice, whenever I pull this book out, I did it the other day. As soon as I showed that book, the live got cut. And it went from the live getting cut on TikTok to them blacking out the screen over here. If you knew about the G7 before you came here, cool. But if you started studying about the G7 when you got here, can you raise your hand? If you already knew before you got here, this ain't for you. If you started studying about the G7, or you first heard about it or understood it here, can you raise your hand? You, Joy, you, Princess, you, T, okay. Okay. Do you think that our studies over the G7 are important just right now, today? You, Rika, you, Sherry, okay. Soroya, okay. Miss Brooks, old lady, okay. What y'all think? Do you think it was important for us to study about the G7? Does that have to do with salvation? A lot. Because how will we know when the Bible is fulfilling itself if we don't pay attention to the things that it is talking about? Like international government. The United Nations is international government, is it not? That is the organization that governs the nations, is it not? That in NATO. Oh, okay. Because you know who's going to the little dance off right now? All of the kingdoms and stuff that make up the United Nations. It's so many moving parts. It is too many moving parts. Come on. Y'all remember us looking at how much bread and how many people were already in famine in 20 and 22? This, Miss Moore. Who remembers us looking up how much grain and stuff comes into the country from other places and then what those grains are in? Y'all remember us doing this? We did some of this around the time in October in 22 when we was looking up the USDA, the agricultural stuff. Is that in our news today? The Department of Agriculture that we looked up. We looked up all of this. Is that in our news today? It is, because that's how they're able to cut the food stamps in Minneapolis. The USDA, the agriculture and all of that, the vegetables and for WIC and all of that. Oh yeah, that's all together. The same ones that is cutting the side eye and raising their voices of disapproval at this nation. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mari. So when we went there and we studied about how much they're going to be giving you for your family if you do get a ration box from them, and understanding the amount of wheat and all of these things that comes in from other places, the amount of agriculture that comes in that is not grown here, but is distributed through these programs, do you think that is relevant to what is happening right now? It's something you would need to pay attention to, because then you will know when there's not going to be any food on the shelves. We started paying attention to the food banks closing, right? Oh, why are you worried about it? It's still food in a grocery store. That's what they would come in here and say. So how long now do you think the food in the grocery store is going to last when there's not going to be anybody paying them to get that stuff into the state? I just want to see if y'all see what I see. And now we see less on the shelves. Interesting. If you don't see us getting closer and closer to 1/3 of the world's population not being here,
officials are condemning the Trump administration's decision to pull out of dozens of international organizations. United Nations officials are condemning the Trump administration's decision to pull out of dozens of international organizations. That includes a foundational treaty aimed at addressing the effects of climate change. The UN's climate chief called that decision a colossal own goal which will leave the U.S. less secure and less prosperous. President Trump signed a goal which will leave the U.S. less secure and less prosperous. President Trump signed an executive order yesterday that suspends support for 66 agencies and commissions, many of them UN-related. The White House described them as contrary to the interests of the United States.
Now, this is an old book. Can you take a picture of that? And these. I'm going to show them to y'all next. Hold on. Okay. Now y'all turn. Y'all got them? This feels so good to be able to do this. Did y'all get the screenshots? Did y'all get them? It's okay, Orvalin. You can go back and take a picture with your phone later. Okay. And I showed y'all these before. I showed y'all like the Republic of China, Republic of Korea, Republic of Vietnam, the Pan American Health Organization, Palestine Liberation Organization, the United Arabs. We looked at a lot of this. The UN Emergency Force, the UN Environmental Program. We looked at a lot of that stuff. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. Interesting. The International Civil Aviation Organization, International Fund for Agricultural Development, the International Finance Corporation, all of these things, the Intergovernmental Organization. You said what? It's all going to mean something now. It actually all does right now today. All of those organizations have everything to do with happening right now. Hello. You'll need to get yourself together and just go looking around to see what you find. Okay? You got me? Take a gander at some of that stuff and see if there's anything that you see about it. Something. Why is this now ticking when I roll it? I don't like that. It was not doing that before. I think something might be in there. Huh? Y'all heard it? I don't like that. Which one is it? Is this? Oh, there you go. Y'all remember when we used to do that in our bike things? Y'all remember put a little piece of paper in there and make that sound? But I don't want that happening. I don't like it. Going back. Okay. All right.
Wait just a
Hold on. So we know that.
Every time I say this to people, I get a lot of pushback. I get told that I'm fear-mongering. I get told that I am all types of things, but I'm going to say it anyway because I think it's really important. Please have an emergency bag in your house. Please have, I'm not home right now, obviously, but I have the hand crank, flashlight, and generator, so if need be, I could charge any device that I have. Order one. I don't care where the fuck you get it from, just get one. Have a knife, at the very least. Have, like, a blanket in your trunk if you have a car. Have a quick change of clothes on the ready. Be prepared. And every time I say it, I get called a fearmongerer, but the reality is, look around. I don't think that y'all know that this can and will get much worse. In fact, people like me and many of my mutuals have been saying this for ages, that it was going to come here, and it's actually not over. God, I hate to even do it. Please have an emergency kit in your house, at the very least. Oh, a first aid kit too. I have a first aid kit everywhere I go. Some people call me extra for that too. I have one in my trunk right now. I have one in my house. I'll probably pack that in the emergency bag that I'm about to put together another one. Have water too. Have an emergency kit. It can get much worse. And have a plan, a designated meeting area for you and your family. One here domestically, one international. I'm not going to tell y'all where to go, and I'm not going to say why. Have all your documents on the ready. I have all of my documents prepared, ready to go. I know exactly where they are, and if I need to grab them in a rush, I have them prepared.
Did we talk about it? Everything he said. It's when I tell you I be on this here internet, mind blown. You said got so real so fast and not slowing down at all. Bree. This is why when folks kept telling y'all had time. Do you feel like you did? You said and did yelling ghetto-ish. I'm trying to tell you. Did they have time, Ari? How much time did Trump give them people when he cut their food stamps off the other day? Huh? Did he give them a 24-hour notice? No, he didn't say nothing. Good morning. Did he? They didn't have no time. He didn't give them. You said you were saying all of this since OIU. You said all of this 2 WOIU since 2022. He didn't give them no warning. He didn't say, I'm going to give you guys 10 days to get your stuff together and then I'm going to cut it. He said immediately. Do that sound like time to get your stuff together and you got time? You don't. And they're not going to tell you when they're going to do it. They just going to do it. That's in every single thing that has gone on. We found out after. Well, we found out before, but you know what I mean. Listen. I honestly don't know. What people need to hear, right? To go ahead and get serious about what's happening. But if you're not, you need to be. You need to have the ugly conversations with your family. Distant thunder and come on, Mari. Literally mixed into one. And that 2025 where the sky was red. Y'all keep seeing how people talking about how pink it is. Why is the sky pink? And it's been all over. Folks is waking up. It could be snowing. It could be raining. It could be in the middle of the night. And the sky is pink. Why? Interesting. It was. It definitely was. It's not a time to stress or worry, right? But it is a time to be aware. That's aware of your surroundings, aware of who just now wanting to come visit, aware of who calling your phone and trying to get in good, how I miss you, and all of that. Pay attention because they was watching your pages. They was seeing it, okay? The friends that you sent the messages to, they saw them. They did. But do not fall prey to folks that's just scoping out a space. All the folks telling you we know where to go, be mindful. Because they telling you what they going to do. And they probably didn't already had conversations about it because y'all done already told me. People say, oh yeah, I already told my such and such, I'm coming over there with you. You told who you was coming where and why in the world would you lie to them like that? So you're telling other people where to go. Oh, okay, let me not talk to you at all. Because why is you telling other people if stuff get bad, I'm going over such and such house? You said, ain't. So not only do I got to worry about you, I got to worry about them too. Oh, okay, let me go on and move around. You said, yep, shut that down real quick. Listen. You said I researched the fog and rain. Okay. You're going to have to learn a new way to say all that stuff. You cannot say exactly what it is. Be right back. y'all tell me what happened the other day on YouTube and on TikTok when we started talking about this very subject that we were talking about the other day? Does anybody remember what happened over here? And can anybody tell me what happened as to why we're on? Just the other day, within 30 minutes of each other, two specific things happened. We got blocked on TikTok, and then it was a specific thing that happened over here. Can you tell me what it was? What happened over here? It blacked out. It cut off. So am I tripping? Am I? If you don't get it, you will not stop everybody else from getting the information. I keep trying to tell you. If you don't find a different way to say it, you are blocking the information that we are able to get out. We have been shadow banned for 3.5 years. It's not like you're not seeing it with your own eyes. So why do I keep having to say the same thing?
We have some pretty major news right now that everyone needs to know about. ICE has purchased a surveillance tool that can monitor phones in entire neighborhoods. Citizens and non-citizens alike need to know about it. And they can track all of this data and all of your information without a warrant. 404 Media is reporting that ICE has recently purchased two types of technology, Tangles and WebLock. One of those technologies, WebLock, can literally track people without a warrant and follow their owner's home or to their place of employment. And here's what the technology does. It's designed to monitor entire city neighborhoods or city blocks, but specifically through their mobile phones. So it can track those devices over time. It can track their owners over time, follow the owners of the phone from their places of work, from where they live. And it comes as ICE is rapidly expanding its surveillance state, targeting citizens and non-citizens alike. So when you're going out and demonstrating, just be mindful that this technology is likely in use. Spread the word, follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have some...
That was 5 hours ago. And you turned into the ops. You said what, Mari? That was 5 hours ago. Or the 4-leg things that can sneak in and out, other things with minimal pain with a long tail. Come on. Are you getting it? Now y'all see why sorry ain't gonna be, I'm not taking it. Who can understand why I've been saying, in a minute, y'all, I'm not taking no sorries. You just won't be here. If you don't know how to come in here and read the room, and if we talking about something, you don't say it, you're just not going to be here because, look, If they can do it in a neighborhood, they can do it in an app. That's why I told y'all from now on, if y'all talk about me, say TC. Don't say my name. Say TC, honey. TC. Don't say CERCA, don't say Trova, and don't say 22. Say TC. That could be anybody. When you say my name on your phone conversations, baby, TC, honey. You can call me T or C. Either one, just not the other one. If you haven't went and watched Midnight Disciples, you need to. And even if you watched it and you kind of let it watch you, you need to go back and watch all of it. Not even that. Not TC2, nothing. C or T. Or TC, not TC2. Nothing that lines it up. No. I said what I want. C or T. Thank you. Either C or T, T, C. But I don't want, no. And folks thought I was joking. I'm not. I'm very serious. Very. Okay. In real life. I take Dean too. But whatever. I don't, because listen. How do y'all think they was finding all of them people? Y'all don't remember just early last year, this same time, they was using people's social media and their phones? That's fine. Y'all don't remember this is how they was finding whole families, because they went straight to your social media and saw who all your friends were and saw how often you talk. And then they was catching folks at get-togethers. Do y'all remember? No. This is how they was finding people. Because of what you was typing online. And now they got a thing where they can surveil a whole neighborhood and we just want to keep being crazy? This what we doing? Literally the whole transcription of text, call logs, and emails, and conversations over 10 minutes. I'm just trying to figure out when is we going to wake up, honey. That man said we are in. I need y'all to hear this conversation one more time because I don't think y'all believe it.
The United States has just bombed Syria, and if you were keeping score,
This was 21 hours ago. 21 hours, not even 24. 21 hours ago. 21 hours ago. Listen now.
The United States invades Venezuela. Russia invades Ukraine. The North Koreans shoot rockets into the ocean. The RAF bombs Syria, and Iran is on the verge of collapse, while Mexico, Canada, Colombia, and other countries have been threatened with invasions by the United States, in addition to Greenland. And I don't know how to explain this any slower to all of you again, but we are in World War III. The world is quite literally at war, and at some point they will intersect, and this will be horrific.
Did he say this is gonna be a little bit bad? Can you tell me the definition of horrific? Can we look up a definition? What's it say about the definition of the word horrific? That don't sound like a nice word to me, but humor me, please, and let's just see. He said because at some point in time they're going to intersect. They're going to get together. This is happening. We're already in it. What does horrific mean? Tell me again. What does it mean? What does horrific mean? And this person used to be military. Like, I guess high-ranking military. And it's not going to be on the dirt, on the other side. nephew, trying to get that through people's head is like, you think this is only going to be over there. Right. Okay. So, here we go. And not only is it going to be them coming over here, but we already fighting the folks that's already here. Hello. It's going to be two. We talked about this. Not only is the people that was used to go over our grandma's house going to be over here, but it's also going to be the people that you already know, your neighbors and stuff. Extremely shocking, dreadful, or gruesome. An overwhelming and pain of, you said an overwhelming and painful feeling. Okay. Something is extremely shocking, terrifying, dreadful, awful, causing intense fear or disgust. Shocking, dreadful, and unpleasant. Horrific describes something extremely shocking, dreadful, frightening, like a horrific accident, injury, or crime causing intense fear, disgust, horror, often related to violence and suffering. Interesting.
Addition to Greenland, and I don't know how to explain this any slower to all of you again, but we are in World War III. The world is quite literally at war, and at some point they will intersect, and this will be horrific. I am former NLB agent Joshua Kuznick, and all of this to distract.
Grossly offensive. Do you see? Well, I'm like, why is we still having the same conversations we've been having for 4 years and it's this late in the game? It ain't when, it is now. It ain't if, it is happening. Everything. He didn't say we going. He said if you ain't paid attention to what's going on, it's already happened. We're in it. It's already happened. It's already being done. People talking about rumors of wars. Baby, if the rumors was 10 years ago. The rumors was 5 years ago. I can't even say 5 because, yeah, 5. And 4. Because I don't know if y'all remember what happened right after y'all met me. That's when Putin went into Ukraine, or do y'all not remember? Right around the time. Then within a year or so, Israel went into Palestine. It was cold. I was talking to y'all about Russia, Ukraine, and China in 20 and 22. This very month right here. The end of this month and the beginning of next month, I was saying some stuff to y'all because I was showing y'all an onion. And I said, don't throw this onion away because you can grow some more onions. And I was new over here. And I was telling folks about milk and stuff because it's about to be. And I said in the video, America don't know how to mind our business. And then I got irritated and I just went back to talking about the food. Well, what's going on right now? Is America minding her business? You said some of the longest ones since 11. Listen. It's real out here. You don't have to believe that it's real. That don't mean it ain't. You don't have to believe it's going to happen. That doesn't mean that it's not. You said eyes wide shut. You said we still in everybody business in 20 and 26. Listen. Oh, okay. I get it, but you can't. That you gotta. Right. You can't write war. You can't write terrorize. No. You have to learn how to say it without saying it. Heather, please and thank you. Those are not. We say WW3. We say raw. Go to our grandma house, but those kind of words can't be here because AI is reading every comment, honey. I'm telling you, I need y'all to listen to me.
Breaking fuck the news. It is being reported in St. Louis, in the area of O'Fallon Park, a group of random fucking monkeys are running around. The Department of Health of St. Louis is working hard to figure out where the monkeys are getting food, how they are surviving so they can catch them. They have no fucking idea where these monkeys came from, everybody. They don't know where these monkeys came from. The reports are saying there are multiple monkeys. They're unsure of how many monkeys are actually loose. And the only reason why they know is because somebody randomly saw the monkeys, took a video of them, called the local police, and then informed the health department that there are random, listen to me, when I say random monkeys that nobody reported missing, nobody knows where they came from, they didn't come from a local zoo, nobody knows where the fuck these monkeys came from.
Is there a show or a movie I asked you to watch recently within the last 24 months? Can you tell me the name of that movie, please? And this hit home. No pun intended. Hello. Anybody remember? Outbreak. I don't think it's been a year since we watched Outbreak, has it? I don't think it's been a year. It might be right at a year. Remember? I think it was the beginning of 2025. Wasn't it the beginning of 2025 when we went and watched Outbreak? Huh? And it was right after they got rid of the people down there at the CDC last year. I know it was last year. Remember? We had watched Outbreak, and then they canceled everybody at the CDC right after that. It was like the next week, the next day. Do you remember? And looky. 1 year later, in about the same month that we watched Outbreak, there is monkeys running wild in St. Louis. Nobody don't know where they come from. Nobody know how they eat. Did they ever find all the monkeys that got dumped out over in what, South Carolina, North Carolina? Did they ever find all the monkeys from last year that got loose? Remember? Somewhere East Coast or somewhere that way. Remember, it was some monkeys that came up missing. Remember? And they was coming from a lab. Well, that ain't too far from. Mm, I don't think they found them, huh? They caught some. Interesting. And now it's some random monkeys that nobody knows. They're not loose from the zoo. They're not. Interesting. A year later, then some more monkeys show up at about the same time of year, just in the middle of the freaking city. Do you all remember? Was it Pennsylvania? Okay. Do I knew it was somewhere east. Do y'all remember when we talked about Missouri and where it is? And if you wanted to do something, what you could do from Missouri. Who remembers us studying highways and byways? And we looked up port cities. Y'all remember? Anybody remember? You said a truck carrying them turned over in Mississippi last year too. Okay. So there was 2 sets of monkeys. Got it. Got it. So do we know where the monkeys came from? We do. Just so happy. Same way they was releasing snakes on islands. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Interesting. Rodents. Interesting. Oh, it was in North Carolina too? So North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Mississippi? It was monkeys? Huh? Is that what you're saying? So Mississippi, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, and now Missouri. They don't know where the monkeys came from that turned over in Mississippi either. Interesting. A year later. You said they did know where they came from. Interesting. Got it. You said it did state that they were from a lab and they were highly dangerous and contagious, right? The ones that was, I seen one group where they was saying they just let them out. They just walk around just letting them out. September 2025. Okay. They just letting them out. Interesting. In South Carolina in 2024. Okay. Interesting. Well, I know we was watching movies about them and how quickly the things spread, and I think this is real interesting because didn't we just read that the post office people got to start carrying around an essential letter? Wasn't that like what, last week or earlier this week or something? And then right after they give the mail carriers the letter, then some more monkeys get released. I just found all of this to be very interesting. Do you? Hmm. And I seen a video of a black girl in Missouri. She had picked it up and put it in her car. The monkey was hiding right down. She was in the passenger side of the car. She had her purse. And somebody said she found one of the monkeys. post the video on TikTok right now. What y'all think about that? Oh, and that one, Mari. Forgot all about that. Uh-huh. Y'all remember? You sure did, Mari. Y'all remember the Airbnb? Oh, because people was show booking Airbnbs internationally. Show did. Show did. And oh, I forgot. And I said, what they know that we don't know, that you gonna be trapped in the city or something, and then they said they're not responsible and all of this here stuff. Ooh, I remember. You said, y'all, they out here, they gifted, the choose. Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Interesting. And some people are living in them permanently. Interesting. You say there's a new monkey horror movie coming out where the chimp turns on the chimp turns on the family that raised him. It's called Primate. I got you. I got you, Mari. I got you. I got you. The Jungle Place had a letter too. Give me a minute to click. Yes, remember they put the same statement on the housing recertification paperwork. They sure did. They did. Oh. You talking about the parks that everybody be going to? Is that what you're talking about? I think I remember. I think I know. I might not be getting it just right now. It'll come to me. Give me a minute. It's not registering. I'm taking this all in, but it will. It will. I just want to say I hope we up and we ready. Are your eyes open? Huh? Oh, gotcha. No! Rip! Did they just got one too? Oh. I ain't got no coffee or no water. This. Wow. So they been had one, got it. I need some water and I think some coffee. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna go get me something to drink. This is not a drill, nigga. This is the real thing. It's an emergency. Yeah. Let me go get mine. ain't got no car. Okay, understand. Please do. It's getting realer and realer and realer. You know what I just thought about? If they're able to do that with our phones, they're definitely tapping into our cameras. You heard me? If they can do that with our phones in our neighborhood, they definitely tapping into our cameras. Which is exactly what I was telling y'all a couple months ago. I said these folks is watching me through my camera because the only time that they come in my house is when I go out of town. They are watching my travel stuff. Well, what's going on now? Everything that I was telling everybody I felt like they was doing to me, they're doing to everybody now. Watching your phone, watching your cameras, watching travel logs, because they getting bust stuff and everything. Any travel logs on any like major like trains, buses, everything. They are tracking that. And now They can come in your neighborhood and do the whole neighborhood and track everybody's phone is there, see all your information. Come on. You said here it is in late October 2025. Truck carrying 21 roost monkeys overturned on I-59. There's more to read about it. I get it. I believe it. I'm telling you, it happened a few times in a few places. Oh, Lord. Do y'all see? You can't tell me. You said in the POs, contact. Oh yeah, yeah. They been doing that. Been, right? And that's the thing. Okay, all the PPAs and everything. Okay, any PPA you got, they can get in it. Hello, all of them. He said they finna start replacing the water meter in our neighborhood. Didn't they just tell us they was listening through the water meters and stuff? They just told us that, and the light bulbs. Y'all remember this? Who remembers this? Y'all remember what's right here on the corner of this paper? Remember? I said they can listen through this paper to and track their stuff to your health and look at where we at. Could who understands the importance of being able to leave every device you have behind? Every single one. A watch phone, a tablet. If it ain't something like this right here, you might not want to have it. That part. You said I wasn't here for it, but I remember you talking about it. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to take none of that with you. You said I'm getting all my gaming in now, Mari. I didn't even think about it, and I don't know who got it for me, but the voice scrambler thing might even just come in handy. It just might. The plan about two lefts, the right, blue when you really mean green, that. Two rights is really two lefts. Two lefts is really two rights. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Huh. In real life. You said I've still got my talk girl from the 90s. Interesting. You heard me. I do think it's time, family, to sit down and have the important conversations with your family, the ones in your house, if you haven't. I know we didn't have to touch around on it, but I don't care if you got to go on TikTok and pull up every video about what is happening and sit and show them. And I'm just talking about the people you have to live with so that they can understand that leaving windows open and all kinds of crazy stuff has got to go away. Just being free, posting every place you go, where you like to eat. You can post tacos, but you don't got to tell nobody where you got them from. Do you see how easy they made it for them to track us? Because we tell everybody, oh, I eat here, I eat there. I'm at the such and such women's hospital, such and such man's hospital. All of these different things, they don't have to look hard for you. Do they? And humans are creatures of habit. For sure. That part. You said, and revisit your permissions on the GAD too. Listen, on everything. On everything. He said, remember when they all watched when the light bills were higher at night? He said, now we got to be extremely careful. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember. I do remember that. We are definitely living in a different time, and if you don't believe it, don't put other people at risk. That's all I'm asking. I believe God has been training us up until now. Okay? And I know that it has been rough over here. But as you can see, the world outside of your home is getting rougher and rougher by the moment. This is not a game. It is not a joke. We could see a lot of devastation right here in America very shortly. And we don't have bunkers. We don't have tanks. You're not going to be able to move like you've been moving. You're going to have to move differently. Start taking different routes. I don't care if it adds 2 minutes, 5 minutes to your drive. Learn a different way to go. If you're able to find out where the license plates readers are in your city, that would be a good thing. You said eyes wide shut. Listen. These are going to be important things. Pay attention to what certain people ride through your neighborhood and what schedule that be on. Because in a minute, unless it's like the lady that was sitting with the little boy in the jacket, you're going to need to watch who you around. Y'all remember in the movie that I asked y'all to remember the little boy, and he had the jacket, and then the lady, and then you remember it might be a few of those, but pretty much everybody else in that group of people is gonna be for them. And seeing as how we know they can sit outside your space and get whatever information they need, and now they don't need an invite, then your conversations and the way that you have them should definitely be altered. Drastically. What's their names? Winner and what's their names? Sandy and what's that lady name? Oh, Jesus. Is her name Winner? What's her name? We is in a Sandy and whatever that lady name is situation right now. In real life. What's her name? Winner? What was her name? Okay, it was Wendy, but who was the old lady? It was Sandy, Wendy, and what was the other lady name? With the blonde hair. Was she Wendy? Because it was three of them. It was the one that looked like a little girl, the other lady, and Sandy, I thought. Or was it only two? I can't remember what that lady's name was. Remember she the one that kept talking to the old man and they kept saying, please don't do it? And she the one kept meeting with the old man, talking about he's old and he just wants some of our biscuits. Her. Steer clear of them kind of people that can't stick with the plan. I can't remember her name. But her, steer clear of them people that always got to make up a new plan once y'all done came up with the plan, and then they want to change it. And they just going to do whatever they want to do. Them is the people you need to be nervous around right now. And I don't mean nervous as in scared. I mean just watch them. For real. Because if you're going to deviate from the plan every time, that means we can't make no plans with you. If we didn't went over it and we know what it is, and then you always the one that's going to book that, because you'll be the one to go out when we say we can't go out to a specific time, and you just going to go out whenever you feel like it. You're going to make noise when we don't need to be making any. And you'll be the one to say, it's been 17 days. It don't matter. It could be another 25. You need to stick to the plan. And every day, not when you feel like it. It's a plan for a reason. It's a strategy for a reason. Come on. Listen. The shiesty folks, I suggest you start making distancing. I don't know why I can't talk today. Distancing yourself from these folks. Slowly but surely. I don't care if it's one less call a day, one less ha funny a day, one less. He said it's gonna be pop for some. Ain't even gonna be no gums flapping because they can't get it the first time. This man has given them a license. Has he not? And even though they might not pay on this side, that can't undo what's going to be done. We know for a fact that they're going to pay on the other side, but that's not going to take away from what's going to happen on this side. In real life. They got their license. I do believe that part in Enoch that we read about the men turning against the men and the animals attacking the humans and the giants and the titans going out. I think we're seeing the beginning of that right now. I really do. We read about it. And the monsters are technically here, so that part. See, you hear me? So you got to think. All of that with Michael and them saying what you want us to do, and he's like, go bind them up, but then allow them to do what they gonna do, and men started going, you know, we're seeing it. It was a black man killed, what, 6 people yesterday? And his family? Y'all see it? What was it? Arkansas, Mississippi, somewhere. He killed 6 people in the house. Or shot 6 people, excuse me. But some of them, I think, did die. Hello. Folks is about to start losing it. Black dude. So, understand. Listen to what people saying. Because they going to tell you what they going to do to you before they do it. I promise you that. I love y'all. I'm about to go. I got some house chores I got to do. I did straighten up in here. I'll get everything where it needed to be. I'm grateful for. I love y'all. I need y'all to get plans together. Every movie the people got because of the sins and behaviors that they didn't deal with before the stuff hit the fan. Come on. And why you think we've been journaling the way we've been journaling and taking these ugly blows how we have for 4 years? This is not the time to be weighed down with 20 years ago. You're welcome, sis. Listen, you hear me? This is why God been allowing us to free up our mind, because it's going to be enough stuff happening in the present to be worried about what happened yesterday. You hear me? Your mind going to need to be free. And also, not being attached to nothing. Who thinks that that's going to be a very important... Where Rika? I don't know if she left. Who remembers us talking about going back? Huh? We talk about... and what I always say, no. If we got to go... Oh, okay. Well, you going back? You going back. Because we not going. You hear me? You said thank you for the good, the bad, and the ugly blows. Listen. Come on. The pillar of salt, I'm trying to tell you. We can't go back. Because if we go back, everybody going to be put in jeopardy. No. We got to go forward. And that's it. Whatever you left, you won't need it anyway. Come on. You said, man. Only what you can carry might be a thing. That's okay. All right. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.